everyone. My name is Kimberly McIntyre. For those of you new to my channel and for those of you returning, I want to thank you so much for being here. This platform has been amazing and I have been enjoying connecting with all of you. So many of you have left comments, you have emailed me, and that's really what today's program is about. I'm doing it a little different. This is more like a podcast style. There's not going to be a lot of entertainment, but there will be some health coaching tidbits along the way. So if you want to stick around, I think you might learn a thing or two. But as my viewers and friends have reached out to me, I thought, what a great way to be able to respond a little bit more in detail than a text message or a comment or an email. I do so much better communicating in person or like this, where I can actually be more verbal. I don't love to write, unfortunately, and I'm not great at all the information in email. It just seems so wordy. So let's get on with it. And I just wanted to cover some of you had reached out in the comment, and some of the information was a little heavy, and I can relate to what is going on in their life, which is why I really wanted to just do it this way. This might be something that you can relate to as well, but if you have been here watching some of my videos, I had vertigo back in March and I put a video out on it. And I had, was it March, May? In May, I think it was May, actually. And the year before was March. So March 2024, I had vertigo, and it was incredibly violent. And the way that I described it was if someone took your body and they threw it, like they took your body and just went bam, bam, bam. That's kind of what it felt like. I had someone leave a comment, and let me get to it. They had had vertigo ever since 2020. And honestly, when I read that it's something ongoing, which they do refer to that as Meniere's disease. That I've done a lot of studying since May on this whole thing. So if it is repeating itself or continuing, it's now called Meniere's disease. So I just cannot imagine, because if I had to continue, it's downright scary. It's debilitating, honestly. She's basically having to live with what's going on. This is what she said. I learned that when it hits, that if I find a focal point and focus on that, it helps the spinning to stop. And I know everyone responds to different things, but it's good to know all the things for sure. I still have it, but never like the first day. Praise God that it's subsided some. But each night when I lie down, no matter which side, I have it for a few seconds. And so that is what happened to me for months. And as I could continue to feel it here and there, that can be scary, because you're like, something is going on and I'm not completely healed. I remember I would be walking, I'd be on my walk and I'm like, I just left the house, and what if I fell and couldn't get up because of the dizziness, things like that that you never thought about before. It's like, I'm just going on my daily walk. I shouldn't have to be concerned about these things. Or, how am I going to get back home if the dizziness kicks up? So I can definitely relate. The physical therapist told me not to go online or look for ways to self-treat. However, I did, and that's when I found the first maneuver that I had demonstrated, because I put one on my video about vertigo, which worked really well for me, and it's so easy. I can't lean my head back on the sofa without having it. So let's talk a minute, because I believe that there is healing for all and that it takes time, and it's like a puzzle. I explain it as a puzzle. There are pieces of the puzzle. And so I have finally completely mended from vertigo, which I praise God, but there were many different pieces. And so let's just talk about that. And everyone is different. And the reason why you get vertigo can be different reasons. So let's just talk about what happened for me because you don't know which fits. And I I try them all. I'm going to try them all. So water, that number one. You showed up just on time. So this water just happens to be sitting here and I just needed a drink to spark because that's not what I was going to go, but I'm going to go to there first. So water is critical. And did you know that for some reason, which now I have to go and study this, but there's only so much time, but somewhere in our 30s, the signal for dehydration isn't working properly. And the older we get, the less it works. So if you realize you're thirsty, you're already so past dehydration, now you got to try and catch up. It's devastating to the body. Every cell needs water. Our brain needs water. Our brain is 85% water. We have got to be hydrating, and I know that was a key component for me. So at that time when I was having vertigo, I started having headaches as well, and my friend kept saying, "Are you hydrating?" I'm like, "Surely, I'm the one that teaches this. We've got to be well hydrated. I'm putting minerals in my water and all of that." And as I started paying attention, it would ebb and flow. And so certain days yes and certain days no. So first thing I want you to do is to pay attention to how much water are you drinking? Are you drinking half your body weight in ounces? Are you getting the minerals? Because if you aren't getting the minerals, the body can't draw that water into the cell, and then it's not going to be near as effective. So I'll put a link in the description below where you can get some amazing minerals and you just squirt them in your water. It's no big deal. Also, things that are hydrating, certain herbal teas, fruits, watermelon, the melon family, cucumbers, things like that, which really do help with hydration. But hydration is such a big deal. And hold on one second, I have to text my mom. I'm sorry, she was asking me a question. Okay, sorry. Mom comes first. So the other thing is oxygen is definitely needed. Now, I get it with vertigo, there's this thing, your ear, your cells in your ear, and apparently they have like hair-like structures, and that's what keeps crystals in place. And those crystals are there to let our body know kind of its place in the world, where it is in the world and with gravity and all of that. And if those crystals get dislodged, then that's where vertigo comes from because the body's like, I don't know what's going on, and it's spinning out of control. And so we're doing the maneuver to get the crystals back in place. But my question is, why did it happen in the first place? So one of the things that does make sense, and this is why they say that a lot of women can experience this in menopause, is that those hair-like structures around the cells, which are in the ear, can thin out, and so they don't do as good of a job in holding the crystals in place. So if that is a thing, then I'm going to make sure that I'm covering all the nutrients that I need to make sure that those hair-like structures are strong and that I'm not getting wonky hormone issues, because when estrogen drops, then these things can happen. And the point is, we need minerals and we need all the nutrients A to Z. We need enzymes. We need tons of nutrients. Nutrients are what give us optimal health. Are you eating a big salad every day? I would encourage you to do that. And if you don't feel like a salad, then eat a lot of steamed vegetables. It's an opportunity to get max nutrients, and I'll make a salad that's honestly, I'll throw in 6 to 7 cups of mixed greens, and then I will just put every vegetable in there, like onions, mushrooms, purple cabbage, those I call them party peppers. They're called something else. They're the little ones, the little peppers, and there's like orange, red, and yellow, and I'll use one of each, and cucumbers, whatever you like. But honestly, try to get 8 vegetables in that salad, and it's really not hard. Cucumbers, carrots, whatever you like. I always throw in Mary's Gone crackers. I crinkle them up. Crunch them up because it acts like a healthy crouton, which gives extra flavor and it's delicious. But it's a great way to cover the rainbow and get tons of variety. And we need that for optimal health. No one has come to me and gone through my health coaching program that has been on point nutritionally. Nobody. In fact, there's so much at the other end of this spectrum that, and they come to me and they're like, we're eating healthy. No, we're not getting near enough. So make sure that you are eating enough, because that's where the oxygen comes from. That's what aids in circulation. And as we're talking about oxygen and circulation, this being a key component, building strong hairs around the cells, we have got to move our body. We've got to move our body. And I don't mean just vacuuming your house or going up your stairs. We have to move our body. Since that vertigo hit, I am walking several times a week, 4 miles a day. And I also, not all the time, but I also am working out on those days and then another day. So moving my body every day for a specific period of time set aside just for that, because that way when we're doing 30 minutes of something, it's getting circulation. Where if I vacuum, let's just think about it. If I vacuum and then I go sit down and I have a cup of coffee, I'm lowering my heart rate. We kind of want to keep that heart rate up for a little bit, so that you have to keep your heart rate up for 7 minutes, a solid 7 minutes. That's the lowest amount of time that has shown to get results. So plugging those components in can help to heal our body. Now, obviously, if you have vertigo, we're not going to feel like moving our body. And I get it. So water, 100%. Supplementation, something that I know helped me is ginkgo biloba, because ginkgo biloba helps with oxygenating the blood, and it helps with getting that blood flow going, and very good for the brain. So I was doing a tincture of ginkgo biloba every day. I was doing high vitamin C, and I was making sure that that vitamin C was a whole food based. We do not want synthetic. So those are some of the things that can help to get you over the hump. And I believe that if you plug all these things in, you will definitely notice a difference. The next email that I wanted to read, and this was just so sweet and it just blessed my heart. I just love the connections that I've made that I never would have made if I wouldn't have gotten on here. It's so worth it. And I'm going to be honest, I'll just pause for a minute and tell you this. It's hard for me to do videos like this because people don't know who I am. They don't know that I know what I'm talking about. And so they either click off real quick, and that actually harms my algorithm. It hurts my channel. But I can't let that stop me, because if I only help one person, then it was worth it. And so that's why I'm doing this video today in this form. If you started watching it, if you wouldn't mind, just let it play till the end. And that really does help my algorithm. It also helps my algorithm a lot if you comment. That's not why I want you to comment, but it is helpful. I actually want you to comment because I enjoy communicating and getting to know you. So this person reached out and it was so sweet. So first of all, they said, just wanted to let you know I did try the 7-day reboot. So I have a 7-day reboot. I will link it in the description below. It is a great way for you to get started eating super clean and getting the oxygen that we were talking about, covering the 8 to 10 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables every day. That's why I designed it, to just kind of help those people that know that they're not doing it, but they need a little push. It has the grocery list. It just makes it super easy for you. And again, I'll put that in the description below. It's a great way for you to help support my channel. It's only $9.95. It's just a little way that you can help support my channel and send a little love. But anyway, she said, just wanted to let you know that I did try the 7-day reboot, followed it loosely, but I did give up bread and pasta while I did the 7 days. I know it can be a struggle and a little bit difficult. Anyway, she lost 3 pounds and felt good. A little grouchy because her husband's tall and thin and a bread lover, and basically complete carb lover. So I can understand how it was a little bit difficult when you can smell the wonderful toast and all of those things, but she still did it, and I'm very proud of you. And she said that she is tired of a lifetime of struggle with weight and C-reactive protein high inflammation numbers. And that is why I really wanted to come on here and talk about it, because that 7-day reboot is full of foods that are anti-inflammatory and also healing. So if you're in a situation like that, I just want to encourage you to do it several weeks. You can do it several weeks. And if there's certain things on the menu that you like more than others, stick with those. It's just making sure that you're getting a lot of fiber and covering the rainbow and just super clean anti-inflammatory foods. But anti-inflammatory foods are key. And I have seen so many people, I actually have helped people overcome high blood pressure, overcome high cholesterol, overcome gut disorders, overcome diverticulitis, PCOS, so many things, because food heals, healthy movement heals, healthy emotions, healthy mindset. And I actually plug all those things in when someone comes through my program. We hit all of those, which is why it's a 3-month program, but it makes a huge difference. So she said, I've often got blood work from a holistic nurse practitioner, but she's a little too new agey. I get you. I'm very cautious of that myself. I don't feel like I'm getting good feedback. Any advice for inflammation, degenerative disc that is causing numbness in legs and feet? I'm sure weight loss would help with the arthritis, 100%. So we're talking about inflammation. Food, 100%. 100% God food. Bible-based diet. I do a lot more for the clients that go through my program, but fruits and vegetables, fresh fruits and vegetables, and grass-fed, finished beef and chickens that are clean, getting sunshine, in all coming from a really good source. I'm telling you, it's your best friend. And it is so healing, making sure that you're drinking all the water and you're moving your body. Moving your body is 100% just as important. And also mindset, believing that God has healing for you, believing in, you know what, I'm just going to share something with you. I was memorizing, I'm trying to really hone in on memorizing more scripture. Exodus 15:26. And I kept trying to memorize it, and I was kind of stumbling. I was writing it down, writing it down, writing it down. It's like, oh, I just can't make it flow. And then the Lord impressed upon my heart, if you will remember this one word, you're going to remember the whole verse. So that one word was listen. And remember, this was a message for me. So I'm not saying this is the message for you, but maybe it is. So that's why I want to share. So as I thought about that, I'm like, okay, he's trying to get my attention and let me know that I am to listen. So the verse is, if you will listen carefully to the Lord your God and do what is right in his eyes, not mine, his. That's his way, going right back to the Bible. I will not bring on you the diseases I brought on the Egyptians, for I am the Lord who heals you. And after I got it and I just was processing this, it's like, just who are you going to believe? Who are you going to believe knows healing? God knows healing. He's the one that created us. He's the one that created food. He has a design. So trust the design by the designer. God food. Are you eating God's food? And if I needed to heal my body, and I have been there, done that, I would only eat God food. And God food is amazing. And that is what is on my channel. That is what is on my Instagram. These are recipes that are God food. Is cheese God food? Yes. Raw. Is meat God food? Yes. The way he designed it with that cow eating grass the whole time. Are fresh fruits and vegetables God's food? Yes. Can we have oatmeal? Yes. it's lightly processed. It makes a big difference. We're just barely, we're just sifting it, cutting it a little bit so that it's more palatable. But God's food is healing. And when we read his word and we nourish our soul and we're laughing and we're walking and we're doing all these things, walking and talking and processing with the Lord and letting him love on us, that is healing. That is anti-inflammatory. So it's all the things. Healing is a puzzle. We've got to plug all the pieces in. The other thing with the disc, I would send you to a chiropractor, a good chiropractor. They have decompression tables, which are amazing for that type of thing. I work with a chiropractor now. My brother's a chiropractor. My grandpa was a chiropractor. I had two uncles that were chiropractor. I have a cousin that's a chiropractor. And that is our way. That's our doctor because it works so well. And I just was talking to a friend today who has bulging discs, and they're getting so much better because she is getting PT and chiropractic care. She was sharing with me that she's doing these things and she's getting so much relief. And her chiropractor got a decompression table. So she's been doing that and she's like, I feel so much better. It's so amazing. So it's just really exciting, that there are things out there to really help us. As far as the arthritis, but I too had arthritis. My body was creating bone spurs. I had a cyst the size of a quarter on my hip, and I did dry needle therapy and I also did castor oil packs, and it is gone 100%. It's amazing. So my my bone spurs are dissolving. Something else that works, and this actually worked for my dad. He had the largest kidney stone. I can't remember the name of it, osteo something, largest kidney stone, and it completely dissolved by taking hibiscus, supplementing with hibiscus. It's absolutely amazing. God food heals, and that's just why I wanted to get on here. Nothing too deep. Any more questions, please let me know, and I will do another one of these. And if anybody watches, it is important that people watch her stuff because I'm here for the long haul, and this is really what I want my future to be because it's such a great way to share health, the love of God with the masses, and just, a lot of people, they don't know that God is trustworthy. They don't know why they should even believe in God. They don't know, and got to plug that part in. It's super important, which is why I'm a biblical nutrition and wellness coach. So I'm going to wrap this up, but I want to thank you for being here. I want to thank you guys for reaching out, and I've just enjoyed connecting with you so much. And a lot in the description below, so if you don't mind reading down there. I also will put my absolute favorite brand and trustworthy brand of castor oil down there as well, that you can pick up some for yourself. If you use my link and my code, you get a discount and you get to save some money. So love you guys, and you have a great day.